The first movie came out of nowhere, surprised us all. We thought it was just going to be another throwaway action movie. We saw it. Holy fucking shit, what a movie that was, right? So of course we all knew Hollywood was going to cash in on it. Here we go, a list of boring sequels are in the works and they're all going to be crap, right? Oh man, as sequels go, wow. So John Wick Chapter 2 is the second part to the, frankly, it's only been a year, but it basically is a cult movie now, isn't it? Cult action movie John Wick. Now, where the first movie relied on this new trickery, which the world has now come to call gun fu. Kung fu with guns. And it was an amazing trick, wasn't it? Seeing Keanu doing what, he's clearly a damn good martial artist, but seeing Keanu mix jiu-jitsu with gunplay, this movie takes that to a whole other level. Now, what was fascinating, especially about the first movie, other than the obvious action, was the lore, L-O-R-E, that the movie created. You know, this Assassin's Creed, and I'm not talking about that terrible video game, but the lore by which all of these amazing assassins live by. In the Continental Hotel, which is kind of like the chill-out lounge for the assassins, thou shalt not kill. And they introduce fascinating things like the gold coins. They never explain the currency, it's just a given. This is, you're brought into the assassin's world without being given detail, but you clearly understand what's going on, and that's what the first movie did well, and once again the second movie builds on this to no end. However, let's all be honest, when the dog died in the first movie, every person on the planet thought, those motherfuckers need to die. Like, they need to die for doing that. But from a movie-making perspective, let's call a spade a spade. It was quite shallow. It was great, fun, but it was shallow. This movie, less shallow. It's got a lot more depth to it. It picks up where the first one left off. It's a kind of, the opening scene is a kind of climax to the first movie almost. John Wick still has a little bit of unfinished business to do with the previous villains. There are more of them. And there's a car scene at the beginning of this movie, which it's not a chase, it's a fight with cars. We had gun fu in the first movie, car fu. I kid you not. This isn't gun fu on cars, this is gun fu with cars. If cars could fight, this is how it would be. It's unreal, and that just sets the tone for the entire movie. Now, as I said, it builds on the lore of the first one. John Wick is brought back in once again to the assassin's world against his will, and he's out for revenge once again. And we follow him on this bloody trail of revenge and forced contract which he doesn't want to take. Essentially, one of the assassins wants his sister killed. And John Wick says, no, I'm out. We find out John Wick actually had to make it, it's called a mark. It's a promise that he made to an assassin. And rule 2 of the assassin's law is that you're not allowed to kill in the Continental, but rule 2 is you have to fulfill a mark when you're called upon. He doesn't want to do this. He begs the villain played by Ricardo Scaramillo, find someone else. Not that easy, John. So he's brought back in. He doesn't want to be brought back in, so once this mark is done, Villain Boy's gonna have some trouble coming his way, and that's when the movie really starts to click in. The action just hits home at such an unrelenting breakneck pace, and they build the myth of John Law, the Baba Yaga. He's now the Spectre, they call him the Devil. I mean, the guy's got some pretty cool fucking names, basically. He is, the legendary status of John Wick is built up even more, and what's really cool is the foreshadowing that goes into, he killed a man with a pencil. Who does that? Who kills man with pencil? I think we might have a pencil death coming in this movie. And when it happens, and that's how you're feeling for the whole movie. You're either just shoving popcorn in your face. 2, don't do that. It's been a long time since a movie has made me squirm, but there's 1 or 2 deaths in this one that really just not cool. And of course you've got some great cameos in there. Peter Stormare makes an appearance. Neo and Morpheus are reunited. There's this scene with Laurence Fishburne, which is a nice tip of the hat. But above everything, I give props to 2 people in this movie. First off, Chad Stahelski, the director, who's one of the co-directors in the first one, but he's owned the second one, and he's built up this assassin's lore in this movie to such an incredibly entertaining degree that you're just brought right back in as if a year hadn't passed since the last one. And you've got to also remember one thing: Chad Stahelski is a former stuntman. He was actually Brandon Lee's stunt double from The Crow before Brandon Lee sadly died in that fatal accident. So this guy knows stunts. He knows how to shoot action, and that is evidenced in this movie. And secondly, Keanu Reeves. People, can we just all agree Keanu Reeves is a 50-year-old man, and he's probably the last quintessential action movie star that we have. Really? Keanu? Yeah, think about his repertoire of action movies. Point Break, Speed, The Matrix, John Wick. The guy has reinvented himself again and again and again. He is a solid, brilliant action star, and he commits to the role. You're never going to see range from Keanu. Put him in an action role, the guy owns it. Bottom line, guys, John Wick 2 is an absolute fucking blast. I'm scoring it an 8.5 out of 10. I'm going to be surprised if there's a better action movie this year. Please, Power Rangers. Please, Power Rangers. But the fact of the matter is, it builds on everything that the first one did brilliantly. It eliminates the things which were not so good. There's a few great villains introduced in this movie, but John Wick is the star, and the action is the backdrop for his stardom. It's non-stop, it's breakneck, it's inventive, it's creative, it's beautiful to watch, it's entertaining. This is why we go watch movies on a big fucking silver screen, to be entertained like this. Hashtag, are you not entertained? So over to you guys, what did you think of John Wick 2? Have you seen it? And what is your favourite Keanu Reeves performance? And what is your favourite action movie of all time? Leave your thoughts in your comments below. Please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, guys, and share this video with any friends, family, and movie fans that you may know and have. And until next time, from the Silver Screen Dudes, see ya.